Going on, guys? I got Brigitta here. She's going to be coming in and talk about her experience in the Hanson Health Academy over the last 7.5 months. She's made a complete lifestyle change, totally changed up her body composition, got her confidence back. Super excited to have you here with me today, Brigitta.
Thanks, Alex. It's good to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Well, let's dive into it. So, can you share a little bit more about like what your life was before joining the fitness academy and like what motivated you to start?
I think my life was very chaotic and I didn't take time out for myself. And I do have an acreage that I live on and that I run on my own with my horses and my cats and my chickens and my dogs. And I have a full-time job at the same time. And my life was very chaotic and I have some health issues and I wasn't taking care of myself and I just was getting run down and I needed a change and I needed a healthier lifestyle. So I said I got to make some changes and I've done this before in my life, kind of got out of it and I felt so good back then. I wanted to get back into a healthier lifestyle.
Heck yeah. So, what have been your biggest wins that you've had so far in the program?
Oh, my biggest wins. Of course, feeling more confident about myself. I think having more energy, feeling better about how I fit in my clothes. I think it's an attitude too, a better attitude, and how to handle things a little bit better than I did before, and just a healthier lifestyle. I think I just wanted a healthier lifestyle, and having some conditions, some health conditions. I wanted to, maintain what health I do have, which is pretty good, and I want to keep that into my aging years.
Totally, totally. And if you're comfortable sharing, like, what are some of those health conditions that you were experiencing?
So I was diagnosed with MS many years ago, way, way back. I won't tell you how long, it'll give away my age, but anyways, quite a long time ago. So I've lived with it for quite a few years, many, 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 many years, and I've been able to maintain my health. I don't really have any deficits, a bit of fatigue and things like that. So I'm very, very, very fortunate. But I've always been an active person and I found myself, I think we all go through those ups and downs, and I found myself in some depression where I wasn't active anymore. And that was setting me back mentally and physically too. And my health was taking a beating, and not building muscle and staying healthy was not good for my future self.
Totally, totally. So, what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced during the first 4 months of the program, and how did the program help you address them?
Oh, the challenges, I think because I'm not the most organized person, and the program has helped me schedule these important things in my life, scheduling health for myself as well as my well-being. And that was hard because I'm kind of disorganized, and making the time for yourself was a big challenge. I think I was kind of in a slump in my life too. So I think it was hard getting, like, starting was really exciting, but staying motivated was a little hard when you get into a bit of a depression. So to keep that momentum, I found that hard at the beginning, but fortunately, with your help and with the help of the community, it was I saw a lot of inspiration within the people in the community, as well as you and Rebecca and Josh. So you guys have been great.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that we could be able to support you during those difficult times for sure. And for just, if you don't mind me digging a little bit deeper, when it comes to like managing those crazy ups and downs, like the depression, like what were some of the systems and strategies and stuff that you implemented to help you get past those difficult times to continue on afterwards?
I think thing when you're down in the dumps, getting up in the morning is really, really difficult. And I found rather than doing my workouts at the end of the day, when you've had a full day of work, you're frustrated, maybe your job's not going so good for a while, is starting doing them first thing in the morning. And I found that I had so much more energy, and it put me into a way more positive energy for the day. And that made a huge difference on my outlook towards the day and towards life too. So that was a huge change that I made in the beginning. I also getting up early. One of Alex's, your suggestions were moving my alarm clock. Don't press snooze all the time. Get up, have your clothes ready, sleep in your clothes sometimes. And I have to admit, I have slept in my workout clothes a couple of times because I do get up early. I start work at 6:30, but doing that and just I have a sunrise clock that helps me. And we know in the Yukon, for those of you who live in the Yukon, darkness can really be a tough thing in the wintertime. So those are a few things that I've implemented. Also, meditation. I do that in the morning. Try to do it throughout the day, and I do it before I go to bed. And that's really helped me be a calmer person too, and take
Awesome.
life in stride.
That's great. That's great. Solid strategies. Definitely agree. Decision fatigue can start to set in, especially the longer that you wait to get your workout in after work, especially after a long, emotionally escalated day. Sounds really good on paper, but like doing it consistently, it's not the most predictable.
Sometimes it just didn't happen and you think, oh man, it's a really cold day, and or you've been sick, and sometimes it's hard to get over that slump. But once you remember how it felt and you do it and you're going, yeah, okay, this is why I got up this at this god awful time to do my workout, because I feel good and I'm done for the day and I have the rest of the day to do other things, or if you have hobbies, or if you have a farm like me to take care of, but also to schedule some self-care time too.
Yes, yes, got to make sure we're showing up for ourselves for sure. Can you describe some of the changes that you've experienced? Or actually, no, before I dive into that question, like after the initial program, you made the decision to continue with us. Like what influenced that decision?
I did. Well, part of it was because I was feeling good and I didn't want to stop that momentum. I wanted to continue on because I think, I think it takes longer. They say that, it takes, was it 12 weeks for a habit? I think it takes a lot longer than that, to be quite honest. And I wanted to make this my lifestyle, that I'm incorporating health into my life, because that's so important. And if I want longevity in my life and to be healthy, I need to do that. And I thought I can't do this alone. So that's why I thought, yeah, I'm definitely want to continue on with the program if you let me. And you did. So thank you. And
Absolutely.
it's made a huge effect on my life, in my world, on my health, and in my mind.
Heck yeah. Awesome. And can you describe some of the changes that you've experienced in your health, fitness, and overall well-being since you've advanced to the second phase program?
I do have much more energy. I am stronger. I did have an injury. I herniated a disc a few years ago where I was limited to what I could do. And when the neurosurgeons gave me the okay, I'm like, I gotta get my butt in gear and do something. So I loved weights. I loved feeling strong. I love the way muscles look. I think it's beautiful, but it gave me more confidence. And because I do live on a farm and I do a lot of heavy lifting, I I got weak over that time where I had to take off with my injury, and I really needed to get that back so I wouldn't be injured and I could take care of my farm too. So being strong and changing my lifestyle for life, making it a lifelong project for myself.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it's great getting results, but it's also sustaining it and making it long lasting and making it a part of your lifestyle. That's the most important piece, for sure.
Definitely, definitely. And I liked what I was feeling, just changing the shape of my body. And I mean, I don't know how old you think I am, or people think I am, but I feel in my head, I feel like I'm young, but sometimes your body thinks, ugh. So I want to stay young and as healthy as I possibly can.
What do you find differentiates us from other typical programs out there?
You know what? The big one is support is huge, because I did this I did this with something like this probably about 20 years ago with a friend. We had each other, and I mean, it was good to have a partner to do that with, to get fit and get active and challenge each other. But I think, a lot has changed over the years. There's a lot of technology and there's a lot of science behind nutrition and exercise that the average person you might not know, or you think you do. I thought I did, but I really didn't. And I think hearing it from a professional that's trained, that's knowledgeable, like Alex and his team, is much more reliable than, so having that support, credible information, and it's a community. It's not just Alex and a coach. It's the whole community, and that we can hear about each other's wins and losses and struggles and challenges. We're all going through it, so we're not alone out there, and I think that's the big thing, that you're not alone. The other thing is, with my injury, with my neck injury, unfortunately, I had a recheck not that long ago, and my herniated disc got worse. So my neurologist said, you got to change things. We don't want you lifting all these heavy weights. And I love my weights, and it broke my heart. So I did, she says, well, you don't have to stop exercising. And I'm going, well, what do I do? What do I do? And she goes, body weights. And she goes, check with your coach. So Alex and we put our heads together. He did a lot of research to help me, because I was really struggling, thinking that I'm I'm going to have to sit on the couch for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do and get healthy and stay fit. So he helped me put a program together, and he did that for me. Thank you very much. And it's actually I do a lot of bands and a lot of body weights, and I thought, bands, but I love it. I love it. And it's easy to travel with them, because those power blocks are not light. They're not easy to travel with. So it really made a huge difference. And I was able to continue with the program, because we had just started Evolve. Wasn't it when we just started Evolve?
Yeah.
When I got that crappy news. But now the future looks a lot brighter. I can
Heck yeah,
feel
we're even going in the
it.
muscle building phase. Finished up the fat loss phase, ready
Woohoo!
to start putting on some more size for sure.
Yeah. So
Let's
I'm
go.
still looking forward to that.
Heck yeah. Awesome. And how does your current lifestyle compare to your lifestyle before joining our program?
I feel much more grounded than I did before. And I have to tell you, life was pretty stressful before. And I mean, I've had a lot of challenges, and living on a farm situation, there's always something going on, but I feel a bit more grounded, and I'm able to handle some of the challenges that life throws at me. So I'm feeling much more grounded. I'm feeling stronger. I'm feeling a lot stronger. And I think mentally, because exercise, it just doesn't affect your body, it affects your mind and your well-being. It's put me in a better headspace for sure. And that's been huge.
Awesome. And what advice would you give to someone considering to join our program but worried about maintaining long-term changes?
Worried about, well, and that's the thing. I think you've got to be in the right frame of mind and committed and ready for that change, and be prepared to commit to, this isn't just, when we look at this program, and it's not just I'm going to get fit and then I'm done. It's a mindset and a lifestyle. This is your fitness, this is your health, this is your way to stay healthy and well throughout your life. It's not just a one and done. And I think that's where we all fall into those crash diets, or those fad diets, or those cleanses, and they're not sustainable. They're not realistic. And it could be a quick fix for that bikini that you want to wear for that trip. That's, you're done, and then you go back to your the old ways, and then you feel like if you want to do it again, you're starting all over. Why not just stay fit and healthy and happy forever? And I think this is a realistic program. It's not a quick fix. It's a program, and it's a program that turns into your life. You're a lifelong a lifelong way of living, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely finding a way to cater it for your lifestyle. You're actually gonna be able to sustain it.
I mean, it doesn't mean you're never going to eat cake or have a drink or anything like that. It's all in moderation, but I think feeling good and feeling healthy feels better than, having all those margaritas and that box of chocolates that I would love to eat right now. I'm not going to lie.
It's been so awesome seeing you grow, Brigitta, and like I can't wait to see where we can bring this, especially going into like the muscle building phase, really sculpting out that physique, considering how far you've already come. Really appreciate you coming on here today with me.
Oh, thanks so much, Alex. This has been awesome.
Heck yeah, awesome. And anybody that's watching right now, if you are on the fence, you're not 100% sure, and you just want to get some free resources, or we can have like a quick chat, see if it's even a good fit for you, just message me the word coaching. I'd love to just have a quick chat with you and see if it's a good fit. Well, let's crush some freaking goals in 2025, guys.